What's up, y'all? It's your girl, My Desire, and the one and only.
Tennessee 23. What's going on,
And
guys?
we are back in the building. Of course, you know that because we gave y'all episodes 1 and 2 of Reasonable Doubt. The season 3 is here on Hulu, and we are ready for the shenanigans
Oh my God.
to begin.
I feel like before we begin, this season is a lot more messy than last season.
Every
And
season
last
has been
and
messy.
last season had a murder. Well, this season did too, but like last season started with a murder. You know what I mean? Like this one, we didn't know it was a murder until it was a murder.
I mean, and respectfully, can we do something else other than murder? Like, I'm just saying, right? Like,
Well, she's a
sorry, not
lawyer.
sorry.
Like she's a lawyer. What do you
Yeah, but
expect?
there are other crimes to commit outside of murder.
True, but
Exactly.
that's the ones that get like the meat and potatoes. That's the one you can charge people top dollar.
Oh my gosh.
You got me up
Okay.
getting a murder. Yeah, give me 100 million.
Well,
Like you
you
know,
know, here's my thing. I just want some spice. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Caribbean New Yorker. I need spice in my life.
okay,
Okay. And
heard the
the
spice.
murder just seems very blase. That's
It's
all.
you think murder's just overdone?
Just a little.
That's all.
Right.
Okay.
Because I mean, at this point, don't think about it. Season 1, old boy killed himself, murder. Season 2, shorty killed her dad, murder. And now here we are on episode 3 and
Somebody killed
murder.
the girl. Murder.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
I get you. All
All
right.
right.
So since you like drama and spice, what do you think about Jack's dad and talking to her and Lewis?
I think this was interesting. Of course, we saw right like the last episode where she was like, "Next time you think about swinging by, don't." You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Right.
You can see that he's been reaching out, trying to have a conversation with her, and it's one of those things. But I'm not really sure. Right? Addiction does tear family apart.
Right.
Um, and we all know that like from things that we've seen and or experienced, whether it was from us or from somebody else, that those relationships don't always get a chance to get repaired. I'm trying to figure out though what's up with the mom because one, your daughter Jax is a grown up, right? I think
Right.
here's a moment to respect her boundaries. She has not responded to him or has said that she's ready to sit down with him. Respect that. Her ambushing them and then saying like let's have a conversation and going on this rant about whether or not the old guy has left her and she's realizing they had such a strong love but the addiction got in the way. I don't know, like I need more because as of right now it feels like desperation has kicked in. It feels like your
Mhm.
father show back up, you know what I'm saying, I'm single
So
and
I got a question. You think they having coitus?
Koyas is crazy.
You think
um
you think Daddy tapping that again? You think Daddy's home?
I don't think he's tapping that, but I think they're having romantic conversations. I'll say
They
that.
definitely having romance. But the reason I think that he's having that is because the way that he pulled up at dinner with the mom there, she like, y'all need to talk because he's changed and I forgave him, and I think you should do the same type vibe. And I'm like, yo, what is up with you? And keep imposing men that your daughter don't want around on her. Like
Mhm.
I don't get that.
This is true. This is true. I definitely will say that um it's low key a pattern, right?
It is.
And it's not a good one. So again, like I said, I'm not really judging. I'm just saying what it comes off as, and I hope that we can find out later on what it's really about.
Right. I feel like the mom uh, whole like attitude sort of like it's your dad. What's the problem? But it's not just that. It's
Well,
it's the trauma that came with it.
yeah.
It's the letdowns, the disappointments, the every time I gave him a chance, he's failed. So
Right.
why would this time be different? You know what I mean? It's not giving
I
him a
agree.
space to continue to make the same mistake over and over again.
But
I
you
feel.
know, it's also that generation, right? That we know about that generation. That generation that's like, oh, you got touched. Well, I didn't know, or acting as if you didn't know. The whole generation about like that's your dad. You should respect him anyway, kind of situation. You know
That's
what I
a
mean?
fact.
So I think that they're sprinkling a little bit of that generation into this conversation in terms of like, what does that really look like? Because at this point in 2025, you're overstepping mad boundaries. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not respecting the choices that she's made.
In that regard, I feel like that's always been the case with Jack's mom. She never listens to her. Never.
This is true. Yeah.
Especially when it comes to a man. She what?
Yeah.
That's not true,
Yeah.
Jax. Get over it,
It's
Jax. It
it's
happened a
very
long.
unfortunate.
Like
Yeah.
people change, Jax.
But do they? I mean,
Hey man.
they do. They do. I'm just
They,
saying. In this
hey man.
instance,
In
I
this
think
instance, we
that
don't know yet. We're talking about a
right.
person who was struggling with addiction,
hmm
which we hope he is off that horse. But if he's not, guess what?
But he has mentioned that it's not a destination, it's a journey. So, and I will say this. I think that he's doing right by giving her space. And I think it's wrong for the mom to impose.
Okay.
And that's I would like to see where this storyline goes. And y'all let us know in the comments, like, what are you thinking? Do you think that mom overstepped? How should Jax respond and react to this? So let us know. Let us know.
But,
Um,
mm,
Child, moving on to trouble
trouble.
in paradise. And I asked this question, our first review. I'm like, what's up with Naima, right? It seems
Yeah.
very much like she's disconnected. She's not getting attention from her parents, right?
Right.
And now she's hanging out with these two white girls. I will say that I don't know, I don't ever remember seeing Naima hang out with friends previously. So this is kind of not necessarily like a wrench in the program, so to speak. But
Well, she is known for hanging out with the one girl. Like she went to a sleepover or wanted to go to sleepover. Remember, like last season or season
that's
before,
true.
they like it was like a whole thing. And, yeah,
Right.
and
Yeah,
like
I remember.
yeah, and Lewis was like, "I said no. What do you think you're going?" Type. So
Yeah,
we
that's
already
true.
seen this little kind of rebellious to hang out with her friend streak coming. What I didn't see coming was her stealing.
You didn't? So okay. That was gonna be my question. So the conversation at the store, you didn't see that?
Well, at the store, yes. I mean, for her character, no. For the
Okay.
setup in the episode, of course. Like that
Yeah,
was the setup. Like, and I'm like, why are they gonna make the black friend steal? Like, that's crazy.
I didn't like that. Very
Didn't like
cliche.
that. Didn't like that. But I can't even be too mad at Naima in this situation because the only reason she's hanging out with these girls is because Lewis is drama is spilled over into her personal life, her little kitty life. Because she
Yeah,
think her friend is a liar. Because she's like, oh, my mom baby was your dad's and they killed my mom baby type shit.
yeah,
And I'm
yeah.
like, yo, because Lewis and that's not being real with her.
They're
So the
not being
friend told her
honest.
what it was.
Well, I'll say this. I think that, hey, listen, if it didn't spill over, I wouldn't
Mhm.
see a reason to mention it. I will say that because I think that it is going to cause some issues. However, now
That's
that it
just
has
messy
spilled
though.
over,
Like I
it
feel
is
like
it's
he
messy,
shouldn't
but y'all are
he
kids. Y'all
shouldn't
should
he shouldn't have messed with the mom in the first place.
no,
That's
he
the
shouldn't
messy part.
have. He
That
shouldn't
right
have.
there, he should. And if you did do it, he shouldn't have did it unprotected.
I said this.
That's
Yes,
like
I
buying
agree.
a pack of 3 condoms, using the first condom, and then going raw the
I'm
rest of
done
the
with
night.
you.
Like I'm just
I'm
saying, man. Like what you
not
doing?
doing this with you. I'm
What
not
are you
doing this with
doing,
you.
man?
No, but
Yeah.
I agree with you, and I think now he does have to be honest and tell the truth. And I'm not opposed to that, but I do think it's going to be it's going to be a bit of a storm that comes with that because now it is affecting, and it's it's going to affect the whole entire family, and we don't know how they're going to take that. They're still kids. They,
Right.
you view your parents in a certain light. You think that they would never do XYZ, and this
Right.
is definitely going to
I
hurt.
feel like
However, I feel like Naima was wilding for like, and again, I going back to like who is writing, it's cliche. This is 2025. Do not have black girls stealing with white friends and then getting caught. Like I
so. If the
really
prince was
dislike
black, it
that.
would have been okay.
If the what?
If the prince was black, it would have been okay for her to steal with them.
It wouldn't have been okay either way. But what I'm saying is I just figure out like there's a different way to, I don't
Approach
know.
it.
It's yeah, I just
It
it
just wasn't
wasn't my
tasteful.
favorite.
I
Yeah.
got you. It wasn't tasteful. I got
Yeah.
you. She said, "Let's say truth or dare, the pig dare."
What, girl? No, Karen. No, I'm not
That
picking
was
Dare.
funny.
Like, shut
It's
up and
like,
bye.
yo, I'm not gonna hold you. That was a perfect display of white privilege and not understanding the repercussions of
Mm-hmm.
black kids versus white kids. And
Agreed.
that was a great display of that because Naima should have known better. First of all,
Yeah.
your mom is a lawyer. Shout outs
Which
for
is
that.
wild. Which is the only reason why you're not in jail. Well, what do you think about how they handled the situation once they got the call?
They handled it. I feel it's a double-edged sword on that because I feel like in one hand they handled it well as coming down on her, blah blah blah. On the other hand, once they figured out, once she told Lewis the reason she's not hanging out with a friend, they should have brought her together. Like, yo, listen, because she already know what's up. Now
Mm-hmm.
you got to clean this up even more. Like you thought you
Yeah.
cleaned it up behind closed doors. No, and
Yeah.
Lewis already spent the night at Shorty crib. Look now, the daughter like, oh, your dad was just at my house the other night. Now
But
I'm a
does she
liar
know
for that
that?
too.
I don't
We
know if
don't
she know. I
know.
don't think
We don't
yeah.
know. We don't
Yeah.
know.
But I would assume that the kid was not present for that, because then
Who,
that is
who
very
knows?
trashy.
Who knows?
I
Who
mean, you're right.
knows? Because she didn't care to let the daughter hear about her talking about it to her friends. I'm pretty
Mm,
sure Lewis was snuck in at night when the daughter was asleep before.
well, let's not get up on a tangent. We don't know, and I don't think that
I'm
Lewis
just
is
saying.
that kind of man. So like, cause remember
We don't know what Lewis kind of man
but
is.
listen, they also met at like a little sex party, so it's safe to say that they could have just got like they make good enough money to get a room. But let's not go off on a tangent because that's not the here nor there. We ain't seen nothing on screen, so we cannot say nothing. Okay, so moving into Jax being a lawyer and shit hitting the fan for her, not just at home but in the office. Like, what do we think about this whole scene with old girl?
Ah man, in the boardroom, right?
Yeah.
I feel like she definitely overstepped. Her losing her job was exactly what she deserved. But she did wake it up. I feel like she woke up the boardroom. Everybody already knew it was some type of elephant in the room, and she just pulled it out. She was like, "You know what? Y'all already talked about it. Y'all feel this way. I'm just the one bold enough to say it." And I feel Jax even handled that properly. Shout out
I
to
will
Jax.
say, yeah, I will agree. She definitely, this is so I'm always going on Jax because I'm
You
like
are.
see her doing better. And I mean respectfully and rightfully so, right? Because I think that if you're going to have this type of, and again, I will have this conversation later on, but in terms of like you being in this level, seeing her handle that conversation that way was very empowering because she is bringing things to the forefront, right? And so if that's how y'all really feel, why haven't y'all said anything? Her thinking that it's okay to talk to me, the only black woman, at this table, is wildly inappropriate. And were you like, I don't know, were you surprised about how they handled the situation with Kathy?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I like that homie backed up Jax. Like, yeah, go to HR. Like, yeah, you wild out. However, being that she said the words that you was too cowardly to say, I feel like he should have used that time to stand on how he felt too.
Yeah, but he's not gonna do that. I mean, let's be real. Like, let's be honest, right? This is because even if, and also, I'm pretty sure that's a lawsuit if he does that. So,
Perhaps.
right?
Well, he gonna lose
Yeah.
his job too.
I mean, I'm pretty sure. I mean, he might, but I just my thing
Their names on the
is
building, man. Who knows how
is
this really works?
but that's my whole point. That's my thing. Like, the names are on the buildings. You are having sidebar conversations about Jax, thinking that this is not going to come up again. It's pretty, like, that's just stupid. It's that's not gonna happen.
Right.
But somebody who is underneath Jax, like, as far as her being a junior lawyer, Jax is a partner. You coming out your
Right.
mouth and saying something like that, thinking that it's okay, is very problematic. And as somebody who works with, all kind of people, I can tell you that it's definitely mad uncomfortable to have people talking about you, thinking that you're somehow not going to find out, or thinking that it's okay because you are a woman of color. And so I like that Jax handled this in a way where it made other people think. I think it was profound the way she handled it. So her
Right.
verbiage, her tone, the passion, and the pain, quite frankly, came
Right.
through even on the screen to me. So I was really, like, excited
Yes.
about that part.
Honestly, I can't say the acting in this season is a lot better. Like season one was, season two was better, and now season three, I'm like, okay, they really coming through with it. I'm not gonna lie.
Hmm.
I will say, as far as the firm goes, they are plotting against Jax for some reason, and I really want to know why.
Right.
Like, I really want to know why. And the way they approached Billy, I didn't like how they did that either. Like,
Yeah.
initially, we speculated that's how they approached him, but no, they just told him get close to Jax, get some experience under her, and you could be partner. But now they're trying to turn that into now you my rat, you my
Hmm.
mole, like, and I don't think he going for that.
But I love the way he's like, I'm not no snitch. You know what I mean? Like, it sounds like you guys want me to be a snitch.
Right.
And we've talked about this, with one of our other co-hosts, and we're like, listen, to me, I'm like, I think that he's initially going to think about it. He might even do a little bit of it, but then he's going to get to that space where he's like, my wife is black, like, and this woman is not
That's
really
a,
doing anything wrong, like, she's just very assertive and aggressive in her stand. So, like, nah, I'm out, and maybe use what's being done to Jax against them, per se,
them.
to put his
Right.
name on the building. So
On the
I'm very
building.
interested to
He is
see
an
how this is going to go.
opportunist. He is an opportunist.
He
Because
is.
I'm not gonna lie, him having a black wife, if he was to double cross another black woman, I don't think that would go over well if he's trying to get his wife back, trying to get his family back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like,
And we're still trying to figure out what that's about. Like, why isn't he at home? Why is the wife not speaking to him? Why can't he see the kids? Right. So,
that's a
questions.
fact.
You know what I'm saying? What do,
For
what do
sure.
you what do you guys think? Like,
Mm-hmm.
what are your speculations? Right. Just throw some random things out there. What you think the storyline might be for him? Drop them in the comments. But I'm, again, super happy, and I mentioned this too. And of course, I'm gonna not remember his name, but I'm gonna remember him as Tommy. But seeing him in an
Billy.
anxious, yeah, Billy, seeing him in an anxious, deceiving, yet uh I want to learn role is very interesting because he plays it really
Yeah.
well. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
because you can't read his character. Like you still see Tommy face and Billy. However, it gives like, and it's like I have my own goals, but now I'm inquisitive, or now I'm curious to see what y'all got going on over here. I ain't know it was
Hmm.
like that. You know what I mean? Like that type of
Right.
vibe. But oh, if that's how y'all moving, let me see something. Like that's what it's giving. And with
Yeah.
Jax bringing him in, I think that's what solidify him and his stance with her. I think we're gonna
I
see,
agree.
because I don't
We
think he's
gonna
gonna double
see.
cross Jax. If he double crosses Jax, then that won't be great.
That won't be good for him, and I don't think he'll make partner there or anywhere else for that
Anywhere
matter.
else
So
in that, I think
yeah.
that will be something that would shoot him in the foot more than help him advance. But I do feel like him and Jax might have to work together to bring down the other partners or take away whatever kind
Power they
of.
think they have.
Yep.
Yeah.
because
Absolutely.
that right there is the problem.
No, I definitely agree. And I think that it's going to be interesting watching this particular storyline pan out because of the dynamic that they have. There's a little bit of a pull, a little bit of like a tug of war, but also like we're on the same side kind of situation. So, them throwing that wrench in there, we get to see what he decides, where he's going to land, and then how that impacts them moving forward.
Nah, that's a fact. Also, do you think we're gonna see more Corey? I don't know.
I would like to see more Corey Cash for sure because I mean, who doesn't like Corey Cash? I mean, the name is just catchy as hell, right? Like, and everybody loves seeing Morris Chestnut on screen. Well, the
Oh my
ladies, speaking
god.
for the ladies,
My god.
I would like to see him come back in a capacity of standing up for Jax.
Because I feel like he keep popping up.
Yeah.
And I want to know, like, is he gonna have a bigger role in the season? That's what I want to know.
Um, I'm not sure about that. According to
That's right.
IMDb, he's going to be a recurring guest on the show. So his role may not be super big, but he will still be present, which
Present.
yeah,
All
I'm
right.
happy about
Yeah.
that. So
I want to see them go at it.
yeah.
I ain't
So
gonna
all
lie.
right,
Help them take
let's
down the partners.
yeah. Well, that would be nice. And speaking of taking down people, woo child, Ozzie.
Oh my
Ozzie,
god.
Ozzie, Ozzie. Oh man,
Where you want to start with this character? He is different.
he is definitely different. Let's start with therapy first. One,
Dr. Owens.
I wasn't expecting him to do therapy, but watching him talk to the therapist was very interesting.
It
What
was
was your
very
take on
cringe.
that?
It was
Yeah.
very cringe. I feel like he's trying to be charming. It was like very cringe. Like, does that work for you, bro? It
It does.
gave it gave Bow Wow challenge. No offense to Bow Wow. Listen, I was a Bow Wow fan, but that's what it was giving though. Like, oh my god, I'm famous, so you're gonna fall to me because I'm charming. Like, nah, it was corny. It just made me feel like he was a sociopath a bit, maybe a bit narcissistic.
I
It,
mean, we mentioned that in our first review, right? Because we couldn't tell what he was doing in the mirror. Like, was he
right,
acting, preparing himself? Was like what was actually happening? And I think because he is an actor, we've been trying to figure out whether he's being honest or not. And
right.
seeing him, like you said, in the therapy office, talking about how he was touched, right? Like, and kind of just waving it off, and then trying to go back to being charming and seducing the
Yeah,
therapist.
it's
Like,
like you don't know what he's giving, if it's real or if it's fake. It's like, uh,
yeah,
I couldn't really. You don't know if he's telling you the truth or he's being a character, and that
yeah.
right there is the scary part about this guy.
And shout out to him as an actor. I don't remember his name, but like he's doing a phenomenal job because you really are confused as hell with who he is, whether or not he's a psychopath, an honest, citizen who just got caught up in some mess. We obviously know that he's suffering with addiction, right? So it's a
Mhm.
very interesting layer of different personalities, different situations that are encompassed in him as an actor. So he's doing a really good job.
That's a fact.
Um,
I feel like when it comes to Dr. Owens, she was even confused.
mhm.
I feel like because she was like, "Wow, he really was flirting with me." Like
Mm,
he's not acting like he's on trial for murder, like about to be on trial for murder. Like
yeah.
that's crazy. Like I don't know how I feel to be put up for trial for murder. However, I know it's certain things that I will and would not be doing. Okay,
Yeah, yeah, facts.
and flirting with the person that could probably help me is not gonna be one. Yeah, I'm just saying. Not make it make sense to me.
That is true, but I think that he's thinking that if he charms and flirts with her, maybe she'll be on his side for whatever reason. You know what I mean? It's
But
weird. It's like he's trying to bring people. He's trying to say be on my side if it makes sense, right? It's kind of like he when he told that story about how his grandmother passed away and he wasn't able to make it, and the fan was like, can I have a picture? And he said,
Right.
he wasn't, and he said no, whatever. And then
Right.
she's on the gram or wherever she is, social media, saying that he was such an asshole just because of 30 seconds, right? And
Right.
I think that he's starting to feel the pressure also, because remember mentioning Dr. Owen says he doesn't trust anybody except you. But what happens
Right.
when he doesn't? You know what I'm saying? Those are
Right.
some really key points, because what does that mean, and why
I feel like
has he
Jax
surrounded
always attracts
himself?
the crazy. She has a
No.
thing for damaged and broken things.
Oh, child,
You
that is
know,
not even, that's an underestimated. It's
that's
underestimated for the drama, the messy, the brokenness, and to me, I just feel like I want her to have something solid that's not broken, messy, or dramified. If I'm being, completely honest.
she got
So,
that.
what's that? Yeah,
She ain't got
exactly.
it. Her
Yeah,
friendship
yeah.
with Chanel now. They
We
fixed
don't
it.
even know what that friendship looks like, right? Because it was very, it was
It's very
very,
phone
I'm
call, very
calling you
dry.
to need, because I need you kind of moment. You know what I'm saying? All right, thank you so much for being on my side. Now bye. Like, what? We ain't even check in. We ain't had no real conversation. Y'all got iPhones, FaceTime each other. What kind of friendship is this? That's all I'm saying. It just didn't, I can't count that as one of those things, because it ain't really do
No,
what I thought it
no.
was gonna do.
Because I said that real fast. I ain't really think that through. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was like, maybe she don't. I ain't gonna lie. Maybe she really don't. But she's trying so hard. I feel bad for Jax. I ain't gonna lie. I feel bad for her. But
Yeah.
let's go. Let's keep it on Ozzie, right? Ozzie's sister,
Mm-hmm.
Kristen. Kirsten. What's her name? Kristen.
Kristen.
Kristen, right? Kristen. She is a piece of work. First of all, she's sneaking Ozzie drugs.
Mm-hmm.
She said, "I'm the one I've been a part of this team of keeping this whatever going. Everybody look at this guy as the
The
family
choo-choo
business.
train.
The
Mm-hmm.
he's the family business. Ozzie's life is everybody's life. I heard you.
Yeah.
So keeping him going. I'm the one who came with the Narcane. That was crazy. Crazy. He OD'd on the floor and she was okay.
Yeah.
But Daniel and her got a thing, which I don't like that for Daniel. It might
I am skeptical. I think she's playing him. I think that she is manipulating Daniel to keeping him close, because if you make somebody think that you're falling for them, right? They tell you things they're not supposed to tell you.
pillow
And
talk.
so,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So I think I cannot tell if she actually likes him, or whether or
Right.
not she's just
Cause think about
playing
it.
the game.
Her brother just flirted with the therapist. Why wouldn't she flirt with the detective, the
This is
private
true.
investigator? I'm just saying.
This is
Why
very
not?
true.
Why
That
not?
makes a lot of sense.
You already
But
bringing them drugs. You already in cahoots.
yeah, I wasn't, so this is why, maybe that's why she was so antsy, but also murder and drugs are not the same. So why was she still so antsy when Jack said this girl might be, murdered or found dead and whatnot? So there's again back to so many layers to a lot of these characters, and trying to figure out what they're hiding, what it is that they
Because they
actually
never
have
said
done.
how she died. They just said they found her dead.
Well, no, they said they found the bullet and the gun that was used registered to him.
Oh, dang. Dang. OJ?
Yeah, exactly. But like I said, I don't think he did it. And as we see towards the end of the episode, he asked, old boy to come forward
Mm-hmm.
and let them know like that he was with him, and he proceeds to say,
Yeah, the Alex guy. Alex.
yeah, like I'm not number one on the call sheet.
You're
Pow
not number
pow,
one. Yeah.
gotcha. So
Yo, you're not number one on the call sheet no more. Pow Pow Gotcha is hilarious.
It's
It's
diabolical is what it
hilarious.
is.
It's hilarious. It's like, you really gonna let me go to jail just so you can get my face in a movie?
Yes, because crabs in a barrel mentality has people doing some of the worst things ever for the
That is the
bag.
dumbest. That is the dumbest. And I thought you was a friend. We grew up together on the show, my cousin and them.
Nope. Cause what all skin folk ain't.
Ain't camp out.
There you
Crazy,
go.
crazy, crazy.
I'm just
Diabolical.
saying. Yeah. So I I
Right.
I actually like this because like I said, I was hoping that it wasn't Ozzie. I was hoping that he's not this kind of person. He may be esta loco, but he ain't no murderer, right? So
Mm,
I still don't think it was him. You think it was him?
I think you know about it. I think you know more than what he's saying.
Okay, that's fair.
I think uh, Ozzy and his sister drugged Shorty and dropped her off, and Alex came through and finished her off because Alex is the one who brought me the drugs.
That's a
Because his
very
sister.
interesting theory.
Mm-hmm. Very
Okay.
interesting. We're gonna find out next time.
Okay. All right. So
No.
okay, next on this episode next.
Mhm.
That's an interesting theory. I will say this. I do not think that it was Ozzy.
Mm.
I don't think that he knows who did it, but I do think that it's somebody in his family that did it or close to
Mm.
him.
Mm.
I don't even think that it was Alex. I think Alex was just is just a person of he's an opportunist, right? He sees
Ah.
the opportunities presented to him now that he's in Ozzy's in hot water, so he's like, I'm gonna jump on this because nobody's handing me nothing. And yeah, so those are my predictions for Ozzy. In the next episode, we'll see how it starts to whirlwind because I'm actually hoping that he tells Jax about this Alex dude. And who knows? It would be a nice plot twist if Alex ended up dead. Not that I want him to, but I'm just saying.
Plot twist. Boom. Alex ended up dead. I need
Yeah,
it. I need it. I need it. Now his alibi's in the water for real. And
for real.
he's not even on the call sheet.
Exactly. That's what
I'm
I'm
with it.
saying.
I'm with
It
it.
screws his
I'm with
alibi
it.
completely. So,
Yep.
uh, in terms of Jax, right?
Yeah.
She got a
Hold
lot
on.
going on,
I
and
don't
she
ever think that homie gonna tell Jax the truth, by the way. Just throwing that out there.
who?
So uh Ozzy's never gonna tell Jax the truth about nothing. And Tone got a point. Tone says, why Jax is always lying to her? I don't know. That's a great question because they
Uh,
all lie. Even Chanel lied to her, and that's her best friend. So
so here's what
why
I
do
will
they all
say.
lie?
I mean, people stay lying though, so I can't even put that on Jax. In Scandal, them folks was always lying to Olivia, and in How to Get Away with Murder, they was always lying to Annalise. So it's a thing that clients just for whatever reason lie to their lawyers. You know what I mean? So I can't put that on Jax. I will say that Jax has a lot going on, and she needs to go to therapy. I will say that between her and Lewis, they seem to be in an okay space, but they definitely have to tell the kids. That's gonna blow the whole house up. Jax and her mom and her dad, that's a conversation to be had in terms of like, yo, you're not respecting my boundaries and my wishes. Give me some time. And also, I'm interested to see what he's going to say. Will he actually tell her, about the drugs, about why he didn't come back around XYZ, and what's really going on with the him and the mom? Um, Naima, of course, I'm interested to see what's going to happen with that because now you got to go back to school, right? And you got to tell your friends that you got in trouble after they left you.
Hmm.
And so it's so many different pieces that are happening. And the law firm is, oof, yeah, now that they actually want Billy to snitch, it's like, what is going to happen? Why do they want her? Why do they want to keep such a close eye on her? Because they did say that although she's worth the pain, even though she's a pain in the ass and she's worth the money or something of that sort, because she's the one billing the most the highest billable hours, right, for the firm. Why are they so bent on bringing her down?
Right. I don't understand that. Why are
Maybe
they
there's
putting
a
a gift box
merger.
in them out? Ooh. But why would they want to do that? But I know they already felt salty because they feel like she the reason Corey left. But Corey just wanted to go to Chicago.
Yeah.
But outside of that, like, do you think they trying to get another black person in the building so she can stop using that card?
That wouldn't, I don't know. I don't know if that actually works. I don't
It
know if
don't.
it
But to
doesn't
them,
actually work.
but to them, they do. To them, they're not. They're not even coming from a place of rationality because we can't even put a finger on why they hate Jax right now. So it's like
I don't
stupid.
know if it's if 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 they actually hate her. I think that they dislike that she is as much of a powerhouse as she is, and
Oh,
she's
so you
not
think it's jealousy?
afraid. Yeah, I definitely think it's jealousy.
Okay, gotcha. Let us know what y'all think, man. Y'all
Yeah,
think they jealous? Y'all think Jack's got a fighting chance? Y'all think Billy on Jack's side or the firm side? What's up?
yeah.
Is it gonna be a firm for Billy to be a compartment too? And that's the one.
That's the one. What's up with Naeem and what y'all think about that? I will say shout out to
Give Naima
Lewis
some grace, man.
for the rise and shine. Let me tell you, my mom definitely hit me with the rise and shine and give God the glory and open up my shades and my blinds. That is not fun. Okay, it's not fun. But like you said, Naima is in this mess because Lewis is being messy boots, and I will say
He wanted
because
some of that Tony.
y'all know Tone is in the background. And she keeps us on time check, and she makes sure we hit all the points. However, okay, there was a little bit of shade because Lewis is a tourist, and I don't like it. Okay, that's
Mhm.
all I'm saying. And so yeah, you know what I mean, because not all Taurus is messy. Maybe he is a May Taurus, but he can have that because
Not all Taurus is messy.
no.
I think they grow out of it.
Nothing to go out. That's crazy. It's mad shade.
I
Mad
think
shade.
they
I'm gonna
grow
take
out
it
of it.
though. I'm gonna take
I
it
think they
though.
grow out of it. We're gonna leave it there.
We're gonna leave it there. Are any of y'all Tauruses? Y'all comment in the y'all just comment down there. Let me know. You know what I'm saying? I need some backup up here. Let me know. But you know how it is. We're gonna give it to you, give you the review after every episode drops on Thursday at
Yes, yes,
midnight
yes,
on
yes.
Hulu. So leave your comments, leave your thoughts, leave your predictions, what you like, what you don't like. We're gonna talk about it all. We're gonna come back and we're gonna keyboard it up with y'all in the comments too.
Yes,
You know where to
yes.
find us. So until next episode, we'll see y'all. Peace.
Peace.
I